Stop moving. Good evening. Most of you cannot tell by simply looking at me, but part of the right side of my face has gone through extensive reconstructive surgery. I was in my late 20s when the surgery was performed. The surgery was necessary due to a serious car accident that I had been involved in, and I was not wearing my seatbelt. My son was also in the vehicle, who thankfully was wearing his seatbelt and sustained no injury. Not wearing your seatbelt may be more costly than you think. The result can cause not only serious physical injury, but also death, both which can be avoided. Today I would like to give you some information about the following. Seatbelts help avoid serious injury. Seatbelts help avoid unnecessary death. Wearing your seatbelt is also the law in most states. Not wearing your seatbelt may result in serious injury or even death. Every time you choose not to wear your seatbelt, you increase the chances of receiving serious injury or even death, which may be the result from not wearing your seatbelt. One website, wellness.missouri.education, says, and I quote, "Most everyone will be in at least one car crash in their lifetime. When a vehicle is involved in a crash, passengers are still traveling at the vehicle's original speed upon impact. When the vehicle comes to a complete halt, the passengers, the driver not wearing their safety belts, can slam into the steering wheel, other passengers, the windshield, and other parts of the vehicle's interior. Safety belts definitely save lives, approximately 15,000 each year." End quote. In addition, you may also receive monetary penalties, which result from breaking the law in most states. Another website, written by David Boston, titled Seatbelt Laws and Fines, on his website, www.ehow.com, about, states, and I quote, "Seatbelt laws and fines exist on a state-by-state basis, and the way that they apply to any individual, driver, or passenger is dependent upon which state you are driving in, not which state your license or you are from. These laws were initially drafted in 1980 through the 1990s, and usually only vary on their requirements in regards for children in such vehicle. So these are laws and fines that should be most closely observed. Many states strictly enforce these seatbelt laws. Most vehicles are equipped with a buzzer or alarm or an indicator light that lets you know that you're not wearing your seatbelt. Most types of automobiles are equipped with factory seatbelts and lights and buzzers. These seatbelts range from waist to waist and shoulder straps. The most common injuries related from not wearing your seatbelt in an automobile accident are head and spinal. One website, www.drivealive.org, says, and I quote, "Serious injuries sustained during a collision often involve the head and/or spinal cord. In fact, in the USA, vehicle collisions are the #1 cause of epilepsy from head injury and paraplegia, damage to the spinal cord. The restraining action of seat belts, especially shoulder belts, helps explain why they so drastically reduce the likelihood of being seriously injured. Death is obviously the most tragic of the consequences that may have been prevented by wearing the seatbelt. This last website, caraccidents.com, gives the percentages, and I quote, "Seatbelts are the most effective safety devices in the vehicle today. Estimated to save 9,500 lives each year, yet only 68% of the motor vehicle occupants are buckled. In 1996, more than 60% of the occupants killed in fatal crashes were unrestrained. Think of the pain and sorrow that could result from a premature death simply because you chose not to wear your seatbelt. Set up a plan or a written reminder of these consequences to help you always wear your seatbelt. At the risk of seeming too extreme of an action, find someone to keep you accountable, to challenge you. Keep a photo of someone you love posted on your dashboard with the words "buckled up" written on it. Think what the result of you not being around would mean to this individual. Remember to wear your seatbelt by making sure your vehicle is equipped with an indicator light or buzzer to inform you that your seatbelt is not on. Posting a photo of someone you love on your dashboard. Set up a written reminder of the consequences that could result from not wearing your seatbelt. And find someone that will keep you accountable. So today we've learned how seatbelts help avoid serious injury, seatbelts help avoid death, seatbelts avoid not wearing your seatbelt can be costly monetarily as well. Setting up certain plans and reminders can help us always to wear our seatbelts. To prevent unnecessary injury or death, I challenge you to remember the dangers of not wearing your seatbelt. I challenge you to think of the consequences that may result from not wearing your seatbelt, even if you are just driving around the block. Thank you and good night.